Hello everybody and welcome back to another Figurehead Reviews video, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Sauron Wave Deadpool. Here we have Deadpool with his boxers on in the front window box with the Sauron torso and head. We get the Deadpool name at the bottom, logo at the top. We get some artwork of Deadpool in his boxers on the side. It's the same on both sides. On the back, we get a product shot as well as all the other figures needed in this wave to complete the Sauron Build-A-Figure. And at the top, we get a very cheeky, no pun intended, read up. Oh, hi there. Been here long? What's that? What am I wearing? Well, this pretty little number is a look I like to call Deadpool and Chill. And at the bottom, we do have the UPC code, so you can check with your local retailer to see if they have this in stock. But enough about that. Let's get this thing open and take a look at Deadpool. And here is Deadpool out of the packaging. And, you know, I'll admit that it is kind of fun to have a figure that you're not trying to pose in more action-oriented poses. Maybe something that actually you're trying to do a sillier pose with. So it was kind of fun as I was going through trying to think of a silly pose to put him in. And I don't know why this one just sort of popped into my head, but it seems quite silly and appropriate at the same time for for this particular figure. So with that being said, though, let's go ahead and take a look at those accessories that comes with this version of the Deadpool figure, and then we'll go ahead and get a closer look at Deadpool himself. So this version of Deadpool does come with two weapons, which I believe are the same guns that we saw with the Domino figure, except these ones are black. Which actually I kind of prefer them to be black, but you know, they're just cool looking guns, and I know everyone always says these are just based off Nerf guns, which they very well could be. I don't know for sure, but some cool details on them. And of course he does have just a standard trigger hand, and actually you already saw it with that one in there, and you can just get this ported in, maybe, there we go, and then you get the trigger finger resting on it, and of course he has the pinky out on this particular one. One thing to note, though, you notice he comes with a empty holster, which this is the same belt as the Juggernaut Wave Deadpool, which had a pistol that fit in there, but of course you're not going to get this in there. So that is kind of silly that they gave us a holster but nothing to put in there. So that's sort of a bummer. So checking out the face sculpt here, it's pretty cool that we get the half-hooded Deadpool now. You know, we have the fully masked one, we have the fully unmasked one, and now we get the pulled-up mask there, which I think is pretty cool and might actually look better with some of like the taco accessory and stuff like that. But otherwise, the head sculpt looks pretty cool. Paint came out pretty decent. Eyes look like they could have been lined up a little bit better, but from a distance you won't notice. Look at that weird effect there. It's not really marbling, but yeah, kind of that layered effect where the light's glaring. But similar to the other Deadpool head, we got a nasty seam right there along the ears. Yeah, oh well. But yeah, that head sculpt definitely looks really cool, actually. Going down the rest of the figure, we can see the standard Bucky cap giveaway of those veins in the shoulders right there. So we got a Bucky cap upper torso with just some standard Deadpool red and black, so it looks fine. Going down to the belt, so we've seen that belt before I mentioned with the Deadpool from the Juggernaut Wave, and we even get the holster, we get some grenades, but we don't really get a whole lot of detail or anything to put in it. But while we're down here looking at the hearts, looking pretty cool with the boxers, and then the leg sculpt looks really good. You get a little bit of shading with it, so that is cool that we actually have some of the muscles shaded in. It would still be cool if they painted in all the burn or whatever it is, but yeah, oh well. But it still looks really cool. And then you get down, we got a sock with a hole in it, and then the fluffy stickers, or slippers, not stickers. But yeah, that looks really cool. I think they did a great job with that. And it's cool that it's a unique mold, too, because obviously there's no other figures that are going to have that. And taking a look at the scale here, we can see Deadpool is coming in at about 6 1/4 inches tall, so not too bad. He's got a head that can turn side to side, not a whole lot of rocking with it. Look down, look up. He's got the standard Bucky cap shoulders that can go up pretty far, full rotation at the shoulders, bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. He does have a hinge and swivel at the wrist, but just be careful. This piece kind of gets in the way if you try to bend it back. He's got an ab crunch that can go down that far, back that far, waist swivel, legs that can actually go pretty far apart, which might work for this some of the posing you'll do. Can kick forward pretty good, backwards, not too bad. There is a thigh cut right there at the boxers, double jointed knee. Does not have any kind of boot rotation, which would be kind of weird given that he's on the leg, but he does have a hinge and ankle pivot. And here we have all the figures in this wave, including the Build-A-Figure. We have the boxer shorts Deadpool, Bishop, Lady Deadpool along with Headpool, Wolverine, Omega Red, and then the X-Men suited Deadpool, and then Sauron in the back. And that about does it for this review, everyone. So overall, like I mentioned, this has the potential to do some fun poses. I got this really exaggerating running pose here, and actually I'm quite impressed. He's held on right now by the foot peg. I don't have a stand or anything on him. So decent balance for being on one leg and at that sharp of an angle. I'm sure over time he won't really hold this pose, but still pretty cool nonetheless. So, you know, it's a good variation, I suppose, on the Deadpool figure, so I can't be too upset about it. But as I mentioned, that is it for the review, guys. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content just like this, and aside from that, thanks for stopping by and have a great day.